What's up, everybody? Time for another Tuesday evening draft. Got Marquise Tatum, Berto, right? Following Ale, Francis, Pierre, Hoops, dollar bill in the draft. What's up, Roberto?
Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Ugh. All right, who's it? Jeremy.
What's up?
What's up, Jeremy?
Nothing much. Bill sniped me on the 10 spot.
Yeah, Bill. Bill got in quick. Hey, Mikey.
Buster Boom. Is Mikey Dahusky? Or is
No, Mikey is Mikey Boy 96.
Oh, okay.
I'm my old man.
Oh, I guess I didn't see you pop in. That's what.
You would know it was me if I drafted Damian Harris.
You know, that RB1.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Bill?
What's up, Chris? Who's on here?
We got Jeremy, we got Mikey, we got Roberto. I think that's
Nice.
it so far.
We got the low ball trade master Jeremy trying to blow me out in my own league that I'm running. Chris, I don't know. I let him in, and you'd figure he'd have a little consideration for the commissioner, but he's out here trying to blow people up in trades. Can't understand that, Chris.
Well, the problem is those trade offers he got are dude. Who's given up Antonio Gibson, 2 firsts, and what was it, 2 seconds for Dalvin Cook?
It was
a lot.
It was 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and Antonio Gibson.
I mean, I like Dalvin Cook, but if Antonio Gibson is even a top 10 running back this year, that trade is going to look terrible for that guy.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get Gibson from him with a real good price tag, and he's like, no. I'm like, come on, bro. You just gave up Cook, Jeremy.
Wait.
I didn't give up Dalvin Cook, and he got a younger top 10 running back, and like 1,000 draft picks.
Well, the thing is, you're right, Chris, but he's not win now. I'm win now. So that's why I'm trying to hook him up. But, Jeremy's going to be, I think him and Nick have been talking a lot about being, GMs of the future, these guys.
No, that's not true. And hey, I'm giving you Thielen. I'm giving you Woods.
Thielen?
Don't act like.
Thielen and Woods don't do anything for me, man. I got Higgins, I got A-Rob, I got Mike Evans. Those are all duplicate. Those are duplicate guys for me. You know that. Come on, man.
And I threw in a first round next year. Don't
But
be
I did
acting
like
I'm
that.
not.
You're giving me back my own pick, so I appreciate that. Are we full, ready to go?
Almost. I don't know if Tatum or Cheeks are on.
I got to find out if Nick wants to. I know Nick wanted in and then he left. I want to see if he wants to draft with me. So, Jeremy, what's the latest update on J-Rob? Is it still like a 60-40, 70-30 thing?
I still think it's Robinson 1 and 2. They'll throw ETN in every once in a while, but that's going to take a couple weeks. Like,
Okay.
I don't see it happening immediately. And then ETN will be in there on third downs and pass catching. I think ETN eventually takes over.
Sure.
If he's good, though. But if he's
like week 5 or 6, you're thinking?
Yeah, but that's if everything goes right for ETN. If Robinson's still good and still does what he did like last year, I think it becomes a 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, he might not see the field.
Yeah. So
they're going to
it's
play
definitely a
50-50. Yeah, the draft capital's too high, so they're going to play him.
Yeah.
They might use him spread out. They might use a 4 wide receiver set, use him out as one of those guys, a little third down, like you said, action. Maybe I'm guessing maybe 7 touches, 8 touches a game for the first few weeks. Is that what you're looking at?
I think I got it. Let's see.
7, 8 touches.
I think I got it like 10 and 8 between Robinson and ETN.
Okay.
So
okay. All right.
What was James Robinson's contract?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
Like nothing.
It's like a 1 year, isn't it? Like he was undrafted.
No. He's like
super. I think all rookie contracts are like 4 years with a 5th-year option, but
I could have sworn he was undrafted, but I must be totally wrong.
Yeah, he was the he's an undrafted free agent, but they gave him a deal. So I think those are 2 or 3 years.
I have my camera.
Okay.
But I'm not for sure. You don't hold me on that. I don't know his deal. That's the thing.
Because I didn't hear any news about him signing any new contracts, so it had to have been for at least 2 years.
Yeah, it's a
3-year.
Like I think it's for 3.
3-year, $2 million.
What is it? 3-year what?
$2 million.
That's not too bad, man. That's a great price to keep him.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like an undrafted free agent. Like they didn't think they were signing a guy who they didn't think.
I'm excited, man. Yeah, but I think that this is Urban Meyer, man. You don't know what this dude's gonna do, man. Christ Almighty. Dude, Jeremy, I don't know if it's worse for you or for me with our head coaches, man. I have no idea. I got a guy trading 3 of my offensive linemen, 2 all-pros. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, man. My God. Jesus Christ.
How you doing, Bill?
I'm not doing well, man. I'm not doing well. I keep thinking about where your team's going, Pierre, and your arrow pointing up, and my arrow is pointing sideways. If luckily, or if not down, we might lose a game or more this year. You can't just dump 3 offensive linemen.
Yeah,
they're all pros.
I think the bigger focus too is the defense. They didn't really do enough. They don't have enough playmakers. Ever since they lost Khalil Mack, they haven't. There's nobody, to rush the passer. There's, they don't have any anchor on that defense.
They got lucky with Max Crosby. He's out playing his draft position, and the other guys, Farrell, not good. Damon Arnett, what a waste that was so far. They did do well with this kid Morig, the safety, so that's a really good pick. But I mean, you're right. There's not enough linebacker playmakers. There's not a shut down corner. We have just pieces now. Hopefully, they can play the defensive coordinator system, the guy from San Diego. So we'll see. I mean, if they're average at best, we might be able to sneak into the playoffs. That's the most I can ask for. I mean, my arrow is not pointed up, and we don't have a quarterback that, you look at the passing numbers and he looks like he's in the top 13 or so, and he does, but he doesn't hold on to the ball well. He throws the ball away a lot. He's just not that guy who generates a lot of confidence for anyone to be afraid of in the playoffs, and they're just not. So,
yeah, and
I'd rather be a Dolphins fan.
Well, yeah, finally we got something to look forward to. Now with the Raiders, it's a case where you can definitely, say what you want about Gruden. I think he's not the problem, but he's not the answer either.
That's exactly
right. It's
right.
definitely GM because it's drafting. If you look at the way they've drafted, like I said, they had good picks and they just wound up being busts. Ruggs, we'll see, but as of last year, compared to Jefferson and Lamb, and then Farrell, could have been a stud, but he's not. So, just bad draft picks.
Yeah. And I don't mind because no one hits on all of them, but when you hit 1 out of every 4, you're setting your team back, man. Maybe hit on, 50% over 2 drafts and you can still stay competitive. But when you give up a potential Hall of Fame linebacker and you get that draft capital, those 2 or 3 firsts, you've got to hit on at least 1 or 2 of them that are going to be all pro players. If you don't, your team is set back. So that's where I am. And I don't see, I love football when it comes up in the season, but I don't get excited unless we make a trade. And I don't see that happening. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kick Tatum.
Why? Tatum? He's a regular. What happened?
Well, he's not here. I keep I message him on Discord. I message him in here. He's not on.
Let me see if Nick's around, man.
Well, the guy on our YouTube
Oh, okay. All right.
jump on.
See, now that we know how to Chris knows how to kick people off. He's got a taste for it. Now he's like, all right, I think it's 7:01. We'll call it. He's like, you're out.
Hey, man.
I'm just kidding.
Commission on power, man.
If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. That's the way it goes.
True. Hey, well, it is 10 after now, so I think that's fair enough.
10 after. I think that's fair.
We're gonna have more and more people when it gets closer to the season. We're gonna have longer waiting lists, so yeah, probably can't be waiting too long. Let some other people in.
That's fun.
Still shows Tatum in the 2, though. Are we sure this actually worked?
So I think on the site it takes a little bit longer, or just in general it takes a second for it to kick the person.
Save. There we go.
There you go.
Once Elgin gets in, then we'll go because everybody's here. Not sure what happened to Tatum.
Busy orchestrating some trades.
He's trying to. All right, here we go. He's busy trying to convince everybody in all his other leagues to that AJ Dillon's worth 3 firsts and Dalvin Cook.
What? Coming.
All right, let's go, Marquise. You're on the clock. Easy pick, especially for you, Carolina guy.
Yep.
Just missed it. We had a hawk in the backyard.
So it's Dan Cook?
Top of the thing. Look in the backyard. I think he's sat by her goal. He was sitting on the
Who's in England right now? Marquise, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're up, buddy.
Yeah,
you got 15 seconds.
Libra acting slow.
Okay. Here, I'll reset.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. All right, now that I can kick people, this is way better. Don't have to be on the YouTube chat. Like, who do you want? No, he's already been taken. Pick somebody else.
Life will never be the same.
No.
Well, it'll be nice for the people who get on the Zoom and have to draft off your draft board. That's the weirdest thing. You're like, can you move down? Can you?
Yeah, they're like, show me the wide receiver. Show me the running back.
So we're going pretty standard right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that number 4 pick. I'm a little worried about his knees.
Yeah, I've been getting him with like my 7th pick in best ball drafts now. I'm like, you guys are crazy. This is Dalvin Cook. This is Dalvin Cook all over again.
That's what's funny is you're going to see a change all of a sudden from now, it's a month from now. All of a sudden, things are going to randomly change for no reason. Like there's no actual, discernible reason why people will be down more in Barkley or Henry or whatever. But
yeah,
it's going to happen.
And even let's say they ease him in for 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks of the fantasy football season barely even matters. It literally barely. You could go 0-3 and be just fine. Like it barely matters. But
it's harder though. Like I would say it's not a cakewalk. I mean, get the wins while you can.
I mean, for sure. But what I mean is, in a 12-team league, I don't know how it's going to be now with the extra game. But before, you only needed 7 wins usually to get in. 7 wins. You're talking about 7 and 6 get you in. Like, and you should still be able to win like one of those games. Even, and we're not talking about Barkley not playing. We're talking about Barkley maybe getting like 15 touches instead of 20 plus. Like if you can't win 1 or 2 of those games, it's not because of Barkley. It's because the rest of your team's terrible.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Can you somehow repost the link somewhere where Nick can look at it? I don't think he can get into the chat here. Can you post it like on YouTube or post it again somewhere so Nick can come in and draft with me?
Yeah, I did it on YouTube. I also did it in the Discord.
Okay. Can you do it again? You did it in the Discord? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll tell him. I'm up right now. Hold on.
Tyreek kills Stephon Diggs at the 8-9.
So this has to happen now, and I don't do that normally, but now I've got what I want, so that's fine. Okay. We're all right now.
That's good.
That's good, yeah. Pierre, where are you?
Finally back home. I just got back home an hour ago.
Nice. You were at the beach, my brother.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
You don't look super tan, but maybe it's just the lighting.
What beach did you go to, man? Where were you?
I'm not super tan because it rained the first 4 days we were there. So
dang.
I caught up on a lot of research though in football. I wrote some articles and I did a lot of catching up on that. But just the last 2 days we had beach. It was at South Padre Island. Nick will probably know where that is.
Man.
In Texas.
That's gorgeous there, brother.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, there's Nick. What's up?
What happened? What did I know about? Sorry, I didn't.
I was just saying they'd asked me where I was at because I was on the beach last week. We went to South Padre Island, and I was like, "Yeah, Nick probably know where that is."
Yeah, that's down near. It's down near the southern tip of Texas. It's a nice island. It's a nice beach spot.
Yeah, I used to rip on Texas. I hadn't really been to Texas beach as much. Being from Miami, I was spoiled. I'm like, I wouldn't want to go beach in Texas. Like I've been to South Beach, I've been to, Delray and all these beaches all around. But South Padre is pretty nice. I'll just say that if you're ever in Texas, that's the place to go.
I agree.
But I'm not super tan because
Nick.
we only got 2 days of beach.
Yeah, but what's up?
All right, who do you want, brother? Can you see the board?
Yeah, I can see it. I want Ridley here.
Who do you want?
Ridley.
Oh, of course we want Ridley here. Yep.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't there for the first pick.
No. Look, I would normally, man, I'm trying to switch it up. I would go wide receiver, but I just want to switch it up. Taylor's good value there anyway, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't put it in there. I think it's in there.
Pierre.
Yeah.
Will you stay on after? I got to ask you something.
Yeah, of course.
Collaboration on something that I've been working on. Chris, stay on also. I want to talk to you guys about a collaboration on something that I've been writing, and I want to get your guys' opinion and to maybe do a collab with you, something you guys want to do, if that's okay. Sounds good?
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. Thank you.
I have to stay on. If I don't stay on, then no one stays.
Yeah, whatever, man. I just want to go over it with you guys because I think it's very important. I was kind of talking about it in the Discord today. I've had a few days to get the content ready. I just want to talk to you guys about it.
Oh,
Nick.
I'm on the clock.
Yeah, Bill.
Nick, if I don't make the next pick, can you pick it for me? I got to do something for about 2 minutes. Thanks.
Kelsey. I was like, I'm gonna have to take Kelsey.
Yeah, sure. I can tell Chrissy to put in.
All right, cool. Thanks.
But now I'm probably gonna have to take this guy unless Longwang does.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was looking, okay, what receiver? And then I was like, wait a minute, is that Kelsey?
Okay, well,
There
you took Aaron Jones, so I don't have to take him.
What are y'all thinking with Aaron Jones falling in?
Oh,
What is it?
Gotta get wide receiver.
2-8.
Yeah.
No, I would have taken Aaron Jones for sure right there. Aaron Jones. Hasn't Aaron Jones been like top 5 2 years in a row or top 6 2 years in a row? And I still get him in the second round.
Nope, that's not my fantasy notebook. That's this one.
Look, and that's why I say I don't necessarily think Aaron Jones has to be like a surefire first round pick everywhere, but I think he's pretty safe pick, especially compared to guys like Taylor, which we don't really know what to expect. And it wasn't just the knee thing, but I took Jones instead of Barkley in the fishbowl just because in that format, rewards first downs, right? And it's only half point PPR. And with just the way that the scoring is and just the competitiveness is like, I didn't want to shoot necessarily for ceiling in the second round. I was going for the guy who I feel pretty good is going to be for sure top 10, maybe top 5 running back, but I passed on Barkley.
Oh, you guys are going to make me take a running back here, huh?
No, because Big Kittle Liar is going to take a third one.
Roberto, you're going 3 RBs? No.
I'm not that dirty. I have to pick a wide receiver.
All right, screw it. I think this is too good. Too good to say no.
Wait. Can I point this out? Okay, Big Kid Liar. That's an Auburn logo, is it not?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, sir.
And your first 2 picks are running backs from where?
Bama.
Oh, shoot.
Is that allowed?
You know what? It is not allowed, and do not tell anyone, please. Do not. No one from my school, please.
We'll keep this. Yeah, we'll keep this.
We need to keep this.
I mean, good thing we're not broadcasting live or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit.
I think this isn't live for the whole world to see.
Don't worry. In my other league where I'm in it with Bill, guess who my number 1 wide receiver is?
Number 1 receiver? I'm gonna guess the guy I just drafted.
Who did you just draft?
Godwin?
Yep. Yes, he's my number 1 wide receiver.
Now you're rooting for him.
Not really. He was just a young, good option that was available.
He's rooting for him to finish as wide receiver 16 in fantasy this year.
Wow, I can't believe Kelsey at the 2-6, PR. Good work.
I know. See, that makes Godwin as my first wide receiver, feel a little better.
A little more palatable for your taste there.
Exactly.
Because he's like a 1.5, 2-ish, right? He's in that area.
That's the way I see him. I think a low end. Well, okay, not wide receiver, high end wide receiver too.
Yeah, with the possibility with an injury, he could be a low end 1.
True, that's true.
Yeah, if there's
that's true. He was the one hurt last year. I forget, but what if Evans gets hurt? I mean, you never know.
Darren Waller at the 3.8. That's ridiculous.
Well, we'll see how the build is off of that. All right, what do you want to do, Nikki?
I'm thinking either wide receiver or tight end here.
Okay, so we got Kittle. We can make that build, which is an unbelievable value because we haven't done that in a while. Both you and I will see how that build goes because it's a short flip. So that doesn't hurt us with Kittle. Or these guys are all in the same spot for me. Moore, Woods, Thielen. Those cats are all in the same tier for me. So it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, for me, it's either Woods or Kittle, whoever you prefer.
Yeah, because we're not going Mixon. Even though that's good value, we're not going Mixon.
No.
You thinking about CEH though here?
I mean, if you want.
No, I don't want. I'm going to try this.
I don't like.
Let's try this build. Let's try this build because I haven't done it in about 2 months.
No, Kittle's the right pick.
I know. I'm just trying to see how because it's more manageable picking him in the second half of the third round than in the first. And I got to be honest with you, we've done it in the first half of the third round, and that's still good value, but it hurts, man, when you come back. It hurts the roster construction. You've got to be very savvy in round 7, 8, and 9, which I'm not saying you can't, but it's very difficult here. It doesn't hurt us at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
I just don't like him. I love him here. I just don't. Do you guys love him at 3-2 and 3-3? Do you love Kittle there, or do you like Kittle there? That's my question.
I'm backing off a little bit on Kittle, a little bit. Like I said, and that's even Kelsey, just because, like you said, the problems it creates with roster construction. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I view Kelsey as a first rounder, but I'm not taking him the first round unless it's like the 112, and that's different because then you're just at the turn. But yeah, I don't love Kittle. We can't just assume he's going to do what he did 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
No.
It's a whole different scenario. So yeah, I don't love him unless it's late in the third or fourth round, maybe.
I love Waller at the 2-3 turn.
Right. Okay. His situation is stable, right? We know what we're getting. We know he's going to be the lead receiver.
Yeah,
he's their number one receiver for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
That's why I'm okay with Kelsey in the first round. He's not their number one, but he's like their 1B. I know everybody's trying to make like Hardman a thing and this guy a thing.
No.
There's two guys. There's two guys in Kansas City. Kelsey and Hill.
Yeah, he's got 125 targets. What are we talking about here? Don't worry about that.
Kelsey and Hill. Everybody else, you're just praying.
All right, Nikki, we can do what we want here, man. We've got great running back value here. We could try to hit in 5 and 6 wide receivers, but we got, these guys are all, unless you love DJ Moore, Thielen, or Chase. I mean, Chase might be around early, but we can go back. We didn't really hurt ourselves. You've got 3 good running backs here, Nick. What do you think, brother?
Yeah,
you can go wide receiver. I don't care.
Now that Deontay and Sutton are gone, I think there's a huge teardrop here. So even though I don't really want to do it, I think we might as well go running back here because of the value on the board.
Yeah, because I don't love what I'm seeing at wide receiver until the next round or two.
Me neither.
So who do you want? It's your pick. Mixon, Dobbins, or Swift?
I'd say probably Mixon here. This is probably the best of the 3 in my opinion.
And I've never owned Mixon in one draft in 4 months, but I'm going to do it for you, Nikki.
Mixon.
I don't like
Mixon
Mixon that much either, but at the 4-3, can't complain.
Yeah.
No, I'm not complaining. Not complaining.
Yeah. Look at us. We're growing as a community. Grabbing people we don't like.
If Nick wasn't drafting with me, that would have never happened. I'm treating the brotherhood, guys. That's just good value. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Yeah. And I'm probably going to regret taking Gibson because there's probably going to be tons of good running backs when it comes back to me here.
I'm interested in here because they usually have 3 wide receivers or 2, at least 2, or maybe 3 at this point. I'm very interested, Nikki, what we can do now. Next 4 rounds. Very psyched. I love the 12 this year, man, especially in 3 wide receiver. I love the 12.
Yeah. I think that's the strongest. I mean, I've probably said this a ton of times already, but that 10, 11, 12, I think might be this year the strongest spot to draft from.
Will Pierre pull the trigger on Swift?
No. I hate this tier of wide receivers because it's like
that's why I said I didn't have to go here.
I'm regretting my Gibson pick simply because there's so many good running backs on the board, and the wide receivers are like, yeah, they're fine, but they're nothing special.
Yeah, like I don't want to take my second running back yet because I should get a receiver, but the running back's better, than the receivers at this point left. I don't know. It won't be Swift for me. What the hell? Go with my guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna take Carson. I thought you were gonna take Chris Carson.
I'm switching over a little bit. Like I posted that thing. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, look, we heard Tariq Cohen is not 100%, right? They say he's looking really stiff and he's not recovered, and they're probably going to phase him out of the offense. And Montgomery, they want to get him 20 touches a game, and I think it's true. Look at what happened last year down the stretch. So I think Montgomery, 4th round, you get a workhorse. Why not?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, well, this is not my normal build, but I gotta take this guy.
Yeah, you got it. Wow, I've never seen this yet. I love it. I love the adaptation, brother. You're growing. Like Jeremy, we're all growing. Thank you.
Pierre calls him Mr. Zero RB, but but he knows I draft whatever.
You'll take what the board gives you. That's right. There's not a single player, as much as you rail against him or don't like him, that you won't draft if the situation is correct. You don't have a do not draft list.
Well,
I mean, sort of.
I do, but yeah.
This is probably the first time maybe the second time I've taken Chubb out of all the drafts. I just, usually I'll take someone like Taylor or Akers, or Jones, but we'll see what it's like.
Well, I just have to accept that Barkley, Gibson, Carson, that's my 2 RBs and my flex, and now I just need them not to get hurt.
You just need to attack wide receivers the next several rounds.
Yeah.
My question is, when does the first QB go off?
Well, honestly, I was thinking about that too.
I was like, all right, we went all the way through the 4th round without a QB. Like,
and that will never, ever happen in your home leagues. So
no.
So
the guy number 3
buckle up.
Took Mahomes.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
Hey, Chris, can you go to running backs real quick?
Just for old time's sake.
Just for old time's sake.
Hey, Pierre. Pierre, where are you seeing? Because I see Najee at 210. I did a mock earlier today. I saw him at 2.3. Does he creep to 2.1, 2.2 area at all by the time he plays a few preseason games? Is that possible? Does he overtake Cam Akers or Eckler?
Oh, absolutely. In some leagues, he'll be a first-round pick. I mean,
wow.
It just depends, I think. And well, especially if it's a non-PPR league. But yeah, I think there's going to be places where people, best running back come out of college, the guy who's going to be a workhorse, and you would still think of, not everybody realizes that the Steelers offensive line is going to be horrible. So some people just think, Steelers running the ball, they're going to be, he's going to be the next Le'Veon Bell, so he's going to be a first round pick in a lot of leagues. He'll be early second round pick, probably most leagues by the time the season gets started. Yeah, that's what I think. In our mocks, he doesn't go until usually the 3rd, but that's not typical.
No. To see him jump Gibson and those guys is interesting, and he'll probably jump Aaron Jones and Cam Akers by the time we get to September. I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I think a lot of the more casual, fantasy football players, they look at Aaron Jones as down arrow because they're worried about Aaron Rodgers and that whole situation, not being really aware of Jamal Williams' workload and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Now, Bill, just for our little thing, you see, I want Higgins and Thielen went ahead and Woods went ahead.
I'm sending you Kareem Hunt. You don't have really many good backs. I'm sending you Kareem Hunt, T. Higgins, and a 2nd round draft pick next year.
No. It's without the 2nd.
Okay.
So so I'm giving you the 2 wide receivers and a 1st for just the 2 players.
Okay. So, all right, Nick, give me talk about that in a second. Nick, I have to take what I see as the best value I've seen for this guy all year. We have to take him, right?
I don't know who you're talking about, but sure, go.
My homies.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I mean,
I thought you were going to take a wide receiver. I was like, he's going Smith.
We gotta go. I mean, right, Nick?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Mahomes go in the 5th round.
Come on, guys.
That's pretty crazy.
That's ridiculous. The last 3 picks have been the best value I've had in any of these mocks in months.
I was assuming you were talking about a wide receiver, but yeah, that's fine.
We could still get the wide receiver we want on this flip because Mike here has got to go running back at least one of these. So,
yeah.
Mike probably needs to go running back both of these.
Yeah, he might.
Quit giving away my strategies.
Well,
I'm sorry,
when
brother.
you make it pretty obvious.
He's especially got to go running back when he sees Jacobs, Gaskin, Davis, and Hunt all go in the same round. You know he was over
Mike,
there.
hey,
Absolutely.
Mike, you going to stay on brand on your next pick? You better. You all the arguing we did. You better stay on brand now that it's the 6th round.
Oh,
Mike, you know who I'm talking about.
I know, I know you know, and I know.
Okay.
So he's got to take Harris?
No. He knows who I'm talking about, who he's been clapping up for the last 3 mocks in the 5th round. His boy. His hometown boy. This would be incredible value for Mike.
Let's see what Clappin does first.
Sure.
Oh,
He knows. Hit that
I know,
TE
but
button.
I want to switch it up.
You hit that
You gotta
TE
get a
button,
running back
Michael.
here.
Michael, hit that TE button.
Michael, he'll fall to you. Don't let him do it to you.
I don't think he'll fall to him.
He won't fall.
Yeah, true. Probably
He's not making it back to the
Pierre has
7-Eleven.
Pierre has 2 picks before.
Wow. Normally, but I already have Kelsey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, okay, maybe he will then. I don't think so, but maybe.
I can flex him out.
Talking it out into the air. Someone's gonna take him.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Now someone definitely will.
If he doesn't take him, Billy, you want to put him in the flex?
I think. Well, I'll wait for you to pick, but
3,
Get a timeout.
2. Oh my goodness! All right, Nick.
running back was the right
receivers, buddy.
I'm
I'll take
thinking-
Devonta here.
Yeah, Devonta was going to be my pick. I agree.
Let's just look at. I can't believe that ATM is still available. Wow.
I mean, we have to take a wide receiver.
No, we are. We're taking Devonta. I'm just curious. Wow. Mikey, I love the growth, brother. Thank you.
Hey, buddy.
I gotta break free.
Why are you doing that? Why don't you just go around like this? Come here.
I was honestly thinking about it, but after Gaskin, Davis, and Hunt all went, I was like, oh, there's no way. I gotta get him now.
Smart, man. That's great value for J-Rob.
Whoa.
What happened?
What is that?
You do that?
Chris is having technical difficulties.
My dog kicked over my table.
Oh, it's like a child, Chris. They're just like children.
The Rogan destroying the room or what?
Not Rogan. He can't kick the table.
Oh, okay.
My other one. All right.
They're just like children, Chris.
Yeah, especially that one. Oh my goodness. All right.
They are children. I mean, that's
Am I on the clock? Okay. Good. All right. Yeah. Okay. You know what? People can hear you. All right. I think we're okay.
All right, Pierre, where you at? Juju.
How are you feeling about that, Pierre?
I'm okay with Juju. Look,
All right.
I'm still on his side.
All right. Good.
I'll never dismiss Juju. He helped me win a championship a couple of years ago, so he'll always have a little piece of my heart.
Strictly slot for him, right?
Should be.
Okay, good. Hey, Pierre, I read something today, and I got a little less love for Gaskin. Tell me the inside feel about what you think's going to happen there over the first 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, what I've been saying is true. We don't realize Malcolm Brown is going to have a bigger role than we realize, right? Not just short yardage, but also, catching the ball sometimes. That's why they got him, right? They like his presence, and, pass protection is the most underrated aspect of playing running back. It's why Cam Akers didn't get on the field the first half of the year, partly. It's why a lot of talented running backs aren't 3-down backs, because they're not complete running backs. So it's not just a knock on Gaskin, not that he's not there or couldn't get there, but I don't think they ever viewed him as that kind of guy. Like, we want him to be that. But a lot of the times when you saw 22, 24 carries last year, it's because they had like literally nobody else, you know? I mean, they didn't have healthy bodies, right? They had Matt Breida, you know, at one point, remember, you know, Ahmed came in, he looked good and he was hurt. So, I mean, they just didn't have anybody to replace him with that was better. So I think we're going to see, you know, I think he's getting fairly priced though, right? Because nobody's expecting him to be a breakout. At least I hope they're not. But I mean, he's a good low end RB2, but he's not more valuable, you know, than Dobbins or, you know, or even Swift.
All right, good. Okay.
That's more valuable than Dobbins.
I think from what, you know, I was talking to Jay, you know, he's a huge Dolphins fan, and they love this Jerry Dokes. Maybe not do anything this year, but I think they love his profile, Pierre.
Oh, we know Jordan does.
Yeah, I know Jordan does.
I mean, we don't know what we got there, right? I mean, there's no way to know until we see him in the game. But yeah, I mean, it's possible somebody else gets in the mix too. But I don't think Gaskin's ever necessarily going to be, you know, the guy there, like full guy.
Agreed.
Okay, well, it's my turn. Who's left? Go with Chase.
You think he's starting outside right out the get-go over Connor?
Edmonds?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna initially have more snaps. Yeah. I don't know that he'll have more carries, but I think he'll be on the field more.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, it just depends how Connor does. If Connor looks, you know, healthy and he's running well, then yeah, he'll be the lead runner and Edmonds is gonna be the pass catcher. But if Connor's not healthy or he's, you know, looks a little lethargic, I can see Edmonds being the main guy. You know, Connor's isn't he a 1-year deal?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's just like a prove it kind of deal. So they're not tied to him, but I think Edmonds gets the edge.
Good. Plus Connor's not a great pass catching back anyway, right?
Right.
Okay.
He can do it.
But I do think they're going to try and get the worth out of Connor. They paid him. Was it close to $8 million this year?
All right, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick, we can look at the wide receivers. Nick, I don't see anything that's making me go crazy, but pick someone. Debo.
There's Debo, Landry, Will Fuller. Of those, of the ones available, I'd probably go Debo here.
I don't like drafting floor here for a third wide receiver, but Debo has the most ceiling pop. Will Fuller probably does, but he's injured. So what are you thinking, brother?
I'm thinking Debo.
Okay.
I really don't like Will Fuller.
No, I just do not. He's never playing. Interesting. I'll go to battle with this squad. Interesting, though. Haven't had this build in a long time.
Yeah, you have an interesting mix there. You went tight end early, quarterback early.
Yeah, which you never do, but the value is so high.
Right.
I tried to prove that point in a video, I think like 2 or 3 videos ago, but I also ended up taking a tight end and a QB early.
But if it's the potential both number ones at their position, then you have to do it.
Right.
Then you have to be very good on the waiver wire to get your flex and your third wide receiver. You got to be very, very good. Yeah, I like, it's good. I like seeing this. I like seeing this because it's something I haven't seen in a long time.
Got to think too. I mean, it's easier to replace a third receiver than a starting quarterback or a high end starting quarterback or a high end tight end, especially. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah, 100%, brother.
So I'm worried a little bit less nowadays about, the depth of my receiving core, coming out of the draft, because there are a lot more guys that are interchangeable or guys that you can play week to week, play matchups, like, do I love Will Fuller as my every week wide receiver 3? No, but do I like him half the year? Can I put him sometimes? And, a guy like Landry half the other time, or, Gallup or whatever, Yeah, you can mix and match. You don't want to mix and match a tight end every week because you only got one spot, and then
no.
So
you're right. That was going to be our pick right there. Good job, Mike.
Just as I was clicking it, I was like, "Oh man, Nick's with Bill. He's gonna be so mad."
What do you want to do, Nick?
I mean, we could go wide receiver again and maybe take Landry or Fuller, one of the guys we could have maybe taken last time. I mean, I'm not really high on any of them. We could go running back. We could take someone like Connor, maybe.
Feeling Mostert? No, I'm not feeling him.
I don't like Mostert either.
Not there.
I really don't like any of these running backs, honestly.
I don't want any floor with Landry here, man. I just want something where he can blow up. So Fuller, right? We can mix and match.
Fuller, yeah.
Because we got to mix and match. He's got the potential to be a, what do you think, Pierre, high-end wide receiver too, if everything clicks?
I wouldn't say high-end wide receiver two. Maybe a solid wide receiver two at the lower end, but
okay.
I don't know if I see top 20 for him just because, they still got Parker and they still got Waddle and the tight ends. I think they're going to really spread the ball out.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I don't see Miami wanting to throw the ball down the field a whole bunch. Like they'll want to do it some, so people aren't just honing in and staying up front. So,
yeah, Fuller might be sort of like a Gallup role. Gallup was looking pretty good the first 5 weeks last year. He was off to a good start, but it'll be more boom or bust on a week-to-week basis. And I'm going to take anti-boomer bust.
There you go.
I want to ask you guys something on a kind of a point you touched on a bit earlier about Gaskin. So do you think that Javonte has overtaken him yet, or do you still prefer Gaskin?
With Javonte, and as far as fantasy, I mean,
he will by the time it gets to drafting time.
I don't think he'll overtake him in ADP necessarily. I mean, he definitely has the upside there. It just depends what you believe about Denver. If they stay just as is, like with quarterback, the way things are right now, they'll probably go with the 1-2 punch. Now people are talking about, oh, Melvin Gordon's going to get cut or they're going to trade him or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen, right? They're just not going to hand the keys to Javonte and say, oh, we drafted you in the 3rd round, so you're our guy. Like that's not going to happen. But, if he's not effective, then yeah, Javonte could be a guy that comes on second half of the season and overtakes Gaskin. But I don't think he's worth drafting earlier than him.
Okay,
I think
that's what I was getting at.
My guy, what I've been saying, and I could be wrong, but is that in the first few games of the season, Gordon's going to be more productive. And then some people are going to get frustrated and drop or trade Javonte. And in the second half of the season, Javonte could be more valuable.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, but that's
guys.
Possible.
Michael Carter, I know you guys, I'm just telling you, I think he has a clear path. I love him this year. I'm not worried about Tevin Coleman. I'm just really not worried about Tevin Coleman.
No, not worried about Coleman so much, but I don't think the Jets are going to use one guy.
No.
Chris, we talked about this a lot in the preseason, like Javonte versus Carter, right? Which one do you prefer?
You guys spoke to me about it. I remember.
I think it's gonna be more committee. I think the guy nobody's thinking about is Ty Johnson. He's an explosive player. I think he's gonna have a role. I think it's gonna be more like a RB, like a full blown committee.
Like 3, maybe even 4 guys. If
even though Michael P. Ryan might get mixed in.
Yeah. That's kind of why. Remember, Saleh is the head coach coming from San Francisco. They don't use one guy, right? I know that's Shanahan's system, but he's a defensive coach, but he's got to have something in mind on place offensively. He's a guy, he doesn't think, oh, let's just give it to one guy and ride him. They're going to mix and match and try to keep guys fresh and, let's see. That's my turn.
Tight end. Oh no, you have a tight end.
Can we talk about this Moss pick?
Are we going to go back to this
talk about? You might as well.
about ninth round?
You might as well.
Round again.
It might as well just said pass when it came to you, and we're not taking anybody.
Is Mike? Is that you, the Mike in the Discord with this whole AJ Dillon thing, or is that not someone else?
No.
That's
That is
Arsenal. That's Arsenal.
Is he here?
No, he's not here.
Luckily, he's not here.
And Tatum are here. The two guys that were going off about Dillon. Neither of them showed up tonight.
Well, Pollard's incredibly more valuable.
Oh yeah.
So we'll talk about it.
So was Madison.
Done now.
Buster Boom. That's the pick you want right there. Francis is a smart pick. We talk about Damian Harris some more.
I'm still shocked. Did Damian Harris play at Miami? Okay, so that explains it.
No, surprisingly.
It's
funny. And he's a Patriot. It's for me to like a Patriots player, you got to realize that means something.
All right, who do we want, Nikki?
Well, I'll wait till they're done.
Running back. We got 4 wide receivers now.
Yeah, we can go running back.
All right, so Fournette, no. Drake, possibly. I want high upside here. Jones, no. Dylan!
I would go.
Your boy Pollard?
No, not this early. He's like a last rounder. I mean, we could go Drake. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at my list right here.
No worries. I'll take Rondell Moore.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can go Rondell Moore.
That's fine. I'll take Rondell Moore all day.
I like him.
10 personnel, baby.
So I think we figured out a punishment for Chris when he loses his next bet. He has to wear a Harris jersey or a Dillon jersey, one of the two. Somehow we can hodgepodge and combine them both.
Okay, I posted this in the Discord. I posted this in the Discord today. Okay, Damian Harris had 14 or more touches in 60% of his 6 of his 10 games last year. He finished higher than an RB3 one time in all those weeks, and it was the time he scored a touchdown. Like, I don't care that he's getting 15 plus touches. I don't care. And Damian Harris is good. Damian Harris can average 5 yards per carry on those 15 touches, but that's 75 yards. That's 7.5 fantasy points. That's it. 7.5. Even if he scores a touchdown, that's 13.5.
Chris, would you feel better if
upside? Somebody please tell me where the upside is.
Chris, would you feel better if Mac Jones was the quarterback in terms of goal line rushes and more opportunity?
I feel better if Mac Jones was the quarterback.
Yes.
If we saw Mac Jones move the football, but we're all assuming that if it's Mac Jones, the Patriots offense is going to move up and down the field. What if Mac Jones goes in there and they can't move the damn ball because Mac Jones might not be a very good quarterback, honestly.
Okay. That's fair.
Everybody just banking on Mac Jones as if Mac Jones is like the second coming of Tom Brady. The offense might be terrible with Mac Jones.
It can't be much worse.
The thing is do you see the Patriots offense being worse than last year?
But here's the thing. They had 22 between Cam Newton and Damian Harris, they had 22 goal line rushes last year. 22. Right. 22. That's more than Dobbin. That's more than the Ravens backfield. But Cam Newton got 19 of them. So, okay, maybe the offense wasn't that great, but they got goal line opportunities last year. And guess who didn't get them? Damian Harris.
Sorry to interrupt. Nick, who do you want, bud?
Do you want to go running back or wide receiver?
Yeah, we got to.
We could go Ronald Jones. We could go Hines. We could go Gus Edwards.
You like Hines? I like Hines.
I'm fine with Hines, yeah.
I like Hines a lot. Full PPR, I love Hines there. That's a good pick.
Okay.
That's upside.
No one wants Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny?
Take him.
That's another thing with me with Leonard. Like,
not even drafted, Bill.
It's like, I'll draft
Keyshawn Vaughn is going to be a thing. Didn't you listen to Bruce Arians?
Yeah.
I never listened to Bruce Arians.
He said that last year.
I'm just kidding around, bro.
All right, I'll give my mini spiel on Damian Harris. I'm gonna have to do a solo video just on that. But for Harris, look, okay, the best way to say, I saw somebody else. I won't take credit for it, but one of the other guys on Twitter posted this. Adam Koffler. Damian Harris is J.K. Dobbins, but 3 rounds later. And in some of these drafts, like 5 rounds later, right? You say, well, he doesn't have the pass catching floor, but look, last year he averaged 5 yards a carry. He only played 10 games, and some of those games, right, he got pulled, and okay, so if he's the guy, oh, did somebody really took AJ Dillon? There goes that.
Talking about Harris.
Poor AJ Dillon. Thunder thighs.
All right.
I know that's why Arsenal really loves him.
Look, okay, yeah, I get he doesn't have the pass catching floor. He'll catch a few passes, like he didn't catch any, but they're working on it. Rex Burkhead's gone. He'll catch like maybe 2 or 3 balls a game, right? So this is something. But talk about the floor.
Hold on, Pierre. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Don't be one of these guys like in our Discord who thinks every running back can catch 2 or 3 passes a game. 2 or 3 passes a game is a lot of receptions for.
That's a lot of receptions for a running back.
Receptions for a running back.
Two a game. That's not.
He'll catch maybe 1 every other game.
Maybe no, he can catch. He can catch 2 a game.
Rex Burkhead had 25 catches last year.
Yeah, but
they still have James White, and they threw to the running backs. I think the 3rd or 6th most of any team last year. So, anyways, sorry to interrupt you.
All right, okay, let's pretend he catches 0 passes.
That angers me is when people just throw, he'll catch 3 or 4 passes. Like every running back catches 3 or 4 passes. No big deal. Oh, he'll score a touchdown every week. Yeah, everybody scores a touchdown every week. No big deal. No big deal, you guys. I gotta make.
Chris, you're about to time out, by the way.
I gotta make a pick. There's my panic pick.
All right, look, okay, let's pretend he catches 0 passes, but he averaged last year, even being hurt and whatever, okay, 5 yards a carry. If he averages even just 15 carries a game, which is pretty reasonable considering they already said he's the guy. 15 carries a game, that's 75 yards a game rushing. That's a floor because he can do that easily. Cam Newton is not going to be the quarterback beyond week 3, even if he even makes the roster by the time the season starts. So he's not going to vulture those touchdowns anymore. So I'm just saying there's a floor. It's not a pass catching floor, but there's a floor when you're the guy who's going to get basically all the carries.
Okay,
so for expectations,
are we looking in the Discord today? 7.5 points is not a floor, by the way. First of all, that's waiver wire. That's like desperation. Oh my God, I'm screwed. I got to play this guy. And even if he scores,
when you draft him, guys, are you expecting RB3 or RB4 out of him? Here,
okay, he had RB3. He had 1 game last year where he was not an RB3. 1 game, and he had 120 yards. He had 120 yards and a touchdown that game.
Okay,
which he'll do that. He'll do that once. He's a good player. He's a very good real life player. Like in the NFL, I would want Damian Harris to be my running back. But this is
I would too.
This is PPR. And the reason why I'm so shocked that Pierre is a Damian Harris guy, because it's funny because Nick posted in the Discord, I never trust the Patriots running back. Pierre used to say that every single year. I never trust the Patriots. And now he's like in love with Damian Harris. I'm like,
he's growing.
I still don't trust Patriots running backs though.
That's the growth.
Growing.
That was before Damian Harris came along. Hey, but also, look, the Tom Brady era is over. They realize they can't win with a quarterback alone. They can't just rely on him. Hey, he'll bail us out. They have to run the ball. And especially if Cam Newton's not around to scramble, they're going to have to make sure that the running game is really damn good with their running backs, right? So especially if they got a rookie quarterback. So I'm just saying Damian Harris, he has the vision. He knows how to gain positive yards. He doesn't juke around and try to exactly why Miles Sanders is going to drop out of favor because he's always trying to break the long run. He doesn't pass protect. He doesn't do what the coaching staff wants. Damian Harris is going to do what they want. He's going to run full steam ahead. He's going to get those chunk yards. He can break big play. We've seen him break off long runs. So if he gets the red zone work, he could be what J.K. Dobbins was the second half of last year. You could say, well, it's not a floor, but if you're at a team that's one of the top running teams as far as rushing attempts or, rush percentage. Oh, shit, I'm on the clock again. That has to count for something.
Well,
look, y'all can keep your Harris and your Dillon. I'll take JD McKissick over all those guys.
Oh God, get out of here.
It's PPR. Don't even.
He's not going to catch that many passes again.
He is. He does.
No, he will not. He will not.
What do you mean?
Not like last year.
No,
Not like last
you're not going to dump out. He's not going to have 100+ targets again. That's ridiculous.
So he's not going to have 100. He's just going to have like 90.
No, dude. No. The thing, okay, I go back to this. I don't erase the name. I don't even care the name. Zach Moss, Damien. I don't care what the guy's name is. I literally don't. I don't care what team he plays for. I don't care what his name is. And I agree about the J.K. Dobbins thing. Damien Harris, and I would not be surprised if Damien Harris and J.K. Dobbins have very similar fantasy points this year. And I'm 100% honest on that. Very similar fantasy points.
Right.
They're both going to be 15-touch guys who don't catch any passes, who need the goal line work. And I don't care if it's Zach Moss, I don't care who it is. Those guys are fine, but you win fantasy championships by like AJ Dillon. Not that I'm in love with AJ Dillon becoming a starting running back and dominating your league. Like you don't win with the guys that get you 11 points, 12 points. You don't win with those guys.
All right, Nikki, what do you want, man?
If we go running back, we could go Pollard, Henderson. If we go wide receiver, we could go St. Brown, Brian Edwards, Diami Brown, Gabriel Davis.
Terrace Marshall.
Pollard. Do what? Yeah, Terrace Marshall, sure, if you want.
But I didn't even realize what we just did. We picked our backup for Jonathan Taylor, Naeem Hines. That's a really good pick now.
Oh,
now
yeah.
Now you have Naeem Hines as starting running back in Indy and Jonathan Taylor as handcuff. Nice.
Wow.
Okay, that was a joke.
Hey, I like this though right here. Yeah, I think this is it's really, like I said, after round 9, I want guys who can win me a league. Yeah. And I like this. I like this right here.
Pollard, yeah, I agree.
No question in my mind.
Well, let me say about the last thing about the Damien Harris thing is this is where actually I agree with Chris. I agree exactly with that, is that Damien Harris isn't going to be a league winner. I don't view him as that. He's a great pick as an RB3 because he could be an RB2. So that's exactly why we say Dobbins is a little too early and, Harris is going too late. Now, a guy like Trey Sermon, to me, or Michael Carter, for some people, like that's the guy who could be a top 10 running back that you take, as your RB3 or so. And AJ Dillon, maybe, so do those guys have the upside? Yeah. Like, does Zach Moss have that upside? No, of course not. So it depends what you're shooting for. So I agree with that. Yeah. I don't think Damien Harris has the upside to rush for 1,600 yards, you know what I mean? Wow. Or to be a top 10 running back. Like, I know that's not going to happen, but he's a really, really solid, underrated RB3. So I think he could be a top 20 running back. I think that's definitely within the realm of possibility.
Wow, that's strong. I like that. You're getting strong
that's
there,
fine, but honestly, a top 20 running back we're talking like 12, 13 points. They're like 13 points. Mm-hmm. Like it's not, it's fine.
Is he flex worthy on occasion? Is the question.
Oh, for sure. Like as a guy who you need a flex play or you have injuries, he can not derail your team.
Okay.
But are we playing? Okay, are we Herm Edwards playing to win the damn championship?
I agree.
Or are we playing to go
conservative
8-5 or whatever the new records will be and get bounced to the second round and be like, well, at least I got to the second round? Or are we trying to build a team that dominates the league and wins the championship?
You got to have high upside.
I only play one way. That's it. All my thoughts are always going to: does this team make me better? Does it make me a dominant team over the rest of the league?
I've agreed. You have to.
Or does it give me the potential to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
James
okay.
Harris,
So
Zach Moss, J.K. Dobbins as well, by the way, don't give you that potential. Now, maybe J.K. Dobbins could if like his role significantly changes, like a lot of people think it will for some reason, but.
He could catch more passes. They could throw a little bit more. They're trying to spread it out and make Lamar a little bit more of a passer. So that could happen. But, okay, look, Damien Harris or Trey Sermon, I'm going Trey Sermon. That's my guy.
Of course.
100%.
Damien Harris or James Conner, I'm going Damien Harris. Because, James Conner could, this and that. Do I believe it? No, I don't. So I'm not going to draft necessarily a guy like James Conner,
But here's the thing. What happens if Chase Edmonds, who is a little guy and never really have a workload, like gets hurt and it's just James Conner? Now who would you pick, James Conner or Damien Harris?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Okay, James Conner was the guy in Pittsburgh, and he didn't do anything last year. And offensive line wasn't as bad.
If you look at it, he was actually pretty good early in the year, and then he got the COVID, and it really affected him. But here's the thing:
I had him, no, it wasn't.
Because Damian Harris, to me, his role will never change, no matter who gets hurt.
That is a good point. His
role is his role. He is what he is. He's not going to if James White goes down, I don't think Damian Harris is now catching 50 passes.
He's not catching those balls. That's not him.
No
way.
So I look at it like, okay, yeah, Damian Harris is just going to always be Damian Harris. I need a tight end, huh?
You're right.
And like I said, I think Damian Harris is a very, very, very good real life NFL player. He's very talented.
And the funny thing is, Chris, he's a better running back than J.K. Dobbins talent-wise. He's bigger, stronger, just as fast. If he was on the Ravens, it'd be a different story. Damian Harris is a better player than him.
I agree. Damian Harris is a great running back. And if he was on the Patriots and played 10 games, people would recognize it.
Agreed.
But for fantasy,
and
it goes for any running back who just carries the ball. Think about it. A 100-yard game is a really, really, really good game in the NFL. That's 10 fantasy points.
Yeah.
That's like RB4 numbers.
Yeah, the only guy that breaks that mold is, the king, Derrick Henry. He's the only one.
Well, yeah, because he rushes for like 150 yards and he scores.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
At least a touchdown.
But that's what I'm saying. So these guys like Dobbins, these guys like Damian Harris, these guys like Zach Moss, even James Conner, unless Edmonds goes down, Gus Edwards, these guys are going to need monster touchdown upside. That's
I agree.
What they do. Because when they don't score touchdowns, even when they have a great real life game, they're having a bad fantasy game.
I agree.
A bad, not an okay fantasy game. Like Pierre said, you give Damian Harris 15 carries, and if he gets 90 yards, which is 6 yards a carry, which is an insane real life game, he only got you 9 fantasy points. That's RB. That's waiver wire. It's waiver wire RB4 numbers.
That's true.
So that's my thing.
You're projecting that there might be opportunity to flex him, or even on an RB2 bye week, you can put him in. Is he going to start every week for you? If Damian Harris is starting every week for you, you had a bad draft.
You had a bad draft, or your team, you had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
And when you get to the playoffs, if you have to play Damian Harris, guess what? The team that you're playing against has a much better RB2 than you.
100%. All right, you guys ready for this?
All right, let's go. It's great.
I actually got to bounce, guys. I'm going out with my cousins tonight.
Hey, Nick. Thank you, Nicky, for jumping in with me, brother.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, guys.
See you,
see you later, Nick.
See you, Nick.
Have fun.
Yeah.
All right, what's this guy? Who's the first pick again? I can't see.
Marquise.
Carol?
Carolina Cobain, Marquise. He's on the.
Okay, Marquise. He's been here a few weeks, right?
Yeah, I've been here.
Hey, I didn't even know you were on. Welcome, man. Have I spoken to you before? I don't even know.
Yeah, we talked a few times.
All right, cool. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
All right, let's see what you got. I'll see what you got here. Obviously, CMC, like Robinson. I'm reading more about him. I got him in Dynasty. I do like him a little more than I have been, even though he's not signed a contract. I like Terry. Potential to be a 1. Miles Sanders, I'm not in love with, but that's 412. I got to question you on ODB there. You might love him, so I'm going to let that go. But that might be around early. But then you got Kyler, so that's good because you got great value of Kyler. At the end of the 6 is crazy. DJ Chark, we'll see who the number 1 turns out to be. Marvin Jones or whoever there. Chenault, we'll see. Mostert, not bad. This is where I'm talking about in these rounds. We have chances here. Devontae, floor guy. Mostert could be a ceiling guy, but a floor guy with injury. David Johnson, a floor guy. Thomas, I do like that late. Sam Walk, I'm going to give you, with Kyler there, I'm going to give you an 8. All right, my brother?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know any team with Christian McCaffrey that's getting below an 8. Just so. Who's this? Forrester? Who is this?
This is Elgin. He's been drafting with us pretty consistently lately.
Okay.
He's not in the Zoom. He's on the YouTube though.
A little aggressive there with CD. I do like that though. I like people going out for what they want because you're not going to get them on the way back. Paying a little top dollar there for him. DeAndre, that's great value. Josh Jacobs, I'm warming up to my boy a little more, not a lot, a little more in the 5th and 6th. So going 3 running backs and a 3 wide receiver league in the first 5 picks, and we'll see how it turns out. Lamar is really good value. Robbie, Michael, and Pittman
That's going to hurt you. Maybe not Robbie, but that might hurt you on some weeks on starting then your flex. I don't know if you're going to have to flex Jacobs then. Gus Edwards, Cole, and Tyler Higbee don't turn me on. Lamar's going to have to go off. I see a 7-5 there. Who's this? Big who?
Roberto. He's on the Zoom.
Hey, Roberto, you're in the Zoom, man?
I am.
What's up, man?
Not much.
Nice to meet you. Did I meet you before?
Yes, you have. Just getting
How you doing, brother?
Right I'm blessed. I'm very blessed to be able to draft with you guys.
All right, here we go. I like the king there. I like it. Go right to the third pick with him in full PPR. I love the aggressiveness. And then getting Najee. Let's see how the build turns out because you're on the first. See, I said you can do that on the first 3 to 4 picks, go RB, and still end up with 3 wide receivers. And you got Evans, Chase, and Ayuk. I don't love Ayuk, but I like him as a 3. Hawkinson's good at the 6-10. That's about right. That's a good pick area. Dak is a great pick there. Cooks, I don't mind Cooks there. He could do something. Who else are they going to throw the ball to? And Nico Collins, who are they throwing to? So James Conner could do something. Got a potential there. Marvin Jones, I do think could. Jeremy will tell you he could end up being the number 1 for 5-6 weeks for that team. Devin Singletary, I don't really love there, but that's an injury pick there. Either one of those guys go down, and that's my favorite team of the 3 so far. We got an 8-5 there. We got 8-5 there easy. 8-5 there easy. I like that team. I like how you went RB and still got 3 good wide receivers. You can be, in and out, but he's still going to have a lot of upside in that offense. So you did well, man. Well, and getting Dak there. Yeah, I think you're good, man. All right, Chris.
The last time I got graded was 6.5, so I'm blessed. I'm happy with
that. But this is a better team. This has got to be a way better team than what you did last time.
Oh yeah, right? For sure. Okay. I was thinking between either Harris or Gibson, and
you did the right thing.
I'm just thinking though that Gibson can explode for sure with the new quarterback. I'm not sure though.
And I agree.
Stories about him.
I will say you can't predict touchdowns, and people jump all over people for that. But I do believe that Najee has more touchdown upside than Gibson. I don't know how much more, but I'm sure he does. We'll see though how that turns out. All right, Chris, Saquon. I love Saquon this year. Keenan Allen there. And then you're regretting your Gibson pick. But let's see how you did with the 3 running backs in the first 4. Carson's still good value. Gibson was good value there. So you got value, but did you get the roster construction you wanted out of Lockett, Boyd, Chenault, and Brown? Lockett is boom or bust, so I know you know that. He can win you weeks. He can lose you weeks at wide receiver 2. Boyd's going to be, I think, more consistent than Lockett with more coverage going over to Chase. I think he's going to open up more. He could catch 90 balls. Maybe 95 balls with coverage rolling to Higgins and Chase on the outside X position. Boyd could go off. I like that pick. I think he's better than Tyler Lockett in a lot of aspects. Not for the 30-point weeks, but I think that he'll be more consistent, and that's what you needed there to pick up. LaVisca could be the player. AB, we don't know. AB could, he can burn his cleats in preseason like he did for the Raiders. Who knows what he's going to do? Jalen Hurts late, like it. Ty, solid. Jamal Williams could take over. We'll see. And Gesicki, not bad. Only thing, I'm questioning your receivers after that 3 running back build. So I'm going to go 8, Chris. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Question, because I know you don't love what you did in the 3rd and 4th. I know you don't love it. You like it. You don't love it.
Yeah, I need those guys to stay healthy all year, which.
Yep, I agree.
Always terrifying.
Yeah. Is this Long Wang, my boy?
Yes, it is.
Short Wang. Here we go, brother. Kamara, 1.5. Can't complain. The full PPR, leading all running backs and receptions for years in a row here. Aaron Jones late. I'm down with that. He's going at the turn usually. Julio is your 1. Galladay is your 2. You're hurting me there, brother. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not upside where I need it. And I live in New York, and I know what Galladay is and not going to do with this quarterback. I love the opportunity. He's a good kid, but I don't know. Pitts in the 5th is strong when you could have gotten T. Higgins there. I love Pitts, and you know how much I love him. You could have gotten, because now your 3rd wide receiver is Waddle, and you're putting a lot on that. Pierre will tell you. Might take some time, even though he has chemistry with Tua. You got Devontae and Fuller, and you got Gesicki. I don't know how many targets he's going to get. It might take half a year for him to get there. Gordon, I don't even know if he's going to be that solid. So the middle 3 picks there, middle 4 picks. And then Justin Herbert is incredible. So you brought it up a little there with that pick in the 8th round. That's crazy. Zach Moss, I don't love. Hollywood, I don't love. McKissick, yeah, it'd be good in PPR and, flex him out once, 2 or 3 times, 4 or 5 times a year, depending on injury. And Jamison Crowder, slot guy, would be safe for you, safe floor. I'm looking at 7-5 with this team, maybe a 7. Things got to click right on your receivers, man. I just don't see it. Julio's going to miss 3 games. He's not staying healthy. So at wide receiver 1, you're going to have to do a trade or find something because we know just history over the last 3-4 years. I love him. One of my favorite players. He's not going to stay healthy. But I don't know what else you could have done, right? I don't know what else you could have done for your number 1 wide receiver. Once you go Aaron Jones there, so that's what I'm going to say, 7-7-5. This is Al.
Yep.
All right. Zeke, fine at 6. AJ, love it. Cooper, Cup, I like him. Thielen, safe, number 3. Red zone targets. Gaskin, I don't hate. I don't love. It doesn't move the needle for me. Claypool could be starting more weeks than Thielen or Cup. We'll see. Carter, I do like there. Goddard, I do like. Russell Gage, I do like. Jones, Traquan, whatever. And then having Tannehill here with this team. Tannehill with this team better hit his ceiling on most weeks. He better hit 20, 25 points a week because Zeke's going to get what he gets. AJ is going to be great. I'm looking at middle 3. If you're starting 8 guys, 9, we're starting 8 or 9 guys. Your core, you're going to need your top 3 guys to produce, and that's going to be Zeke, AJ, and Cooper. Or Tannehill's going to have to do well if you're going to go quarterback in the 12th round. I love him. I had him, but I'm going to go. Not a lot of huge upside. Gaskin's killing me. I think it's 7-5. All right, Pierre. Chubb, I love. Kelsey's crazy value. I said this in another spot on Instagram, nothing to do with you guys. I think we all know Chubb has the talent of Cook, the talent of McCaffrey. And Chubb's, I'll just say right now, you want to hear a hot take? Chubb's a better running back overall, forget fantasy, than Christian McCaffrey. He's a better, bigger, stronger, just as fast man. That's Christian McCaffrey. He has a runner. He has the best elusive rating in the league. Chubb's a better running back than Christian McCaffrey. Now you throw in obviously you throw in the 1,000 yards receiving, and he's not. But as a pure runner, he's a better runner than CMC. Cook's just as good as him. Henry's just as good as him. So I think Chubb there is great. Kelsey's fantastic. Godwin as your 1. We'll see how that turns out. Monty, then Higgins and Juju. I like Higgins. Higgins might outproduce Godwin on a lot of occasions. Landry, Moore, and Paris Campbell, you have to mix and match. Chase Edmonds, little different build for you there, going those 3 running backs split like that. To Travis Kelce is a 1-5. Obviously, he's a receiver and a half. So Aaron Rodgers, I love at 11. Solid 8, Pierre. You need things to go right, man, for Godwin, Higgins, and Juju needs to, or else Landry will be your floor guy, your flex. Elijah Moore, though, I do like. So you're looking at an 8 there, brother. Good work. Good work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Buster Boom.
Gotta mix things up. Gotta mix things up a little bit.
But listen, Travis Kelce alone there gives you an extra half point because that's just crazy value, all right? He's going in the first round. And that just right there just changes things, Buster Boom, you got two studs. Waller, we'll see how the build goes after Waller. Dobbins and Davis, with those two, I'm not crazy, but I do like floor. Like, I like floor there for those 2 guys with starting RB1s. Not just RB1 finishers, but I like them for their touches they're going to get. You need Hill and Jefferson, which they're going to produce. Waller's going to produce. Josh Allen in the 6th is crazy good. Corey Davis and Mooney, I like. This is a pretty good team. I like this team. Damian Harris, we said what he can be. Dylan could be something too. We'll see. 10th round isn't bad at all for expectation and price you're paying. Murray's another home run hitter if someone goes down. You got to figure between Harris, Dylan, and Murray, one of them is going to get the opportunity to run with it for about 4 weeks. I could see that happening easily between those 3. And if that happens, you can have a guy in your flex that's going to do a lot of damage for you. Emmanuel Sanders, I don't see any downside picks here. Downside, I don't see from the price that you're paying. Corey Davis, I'm looking here. Josh Allen and Tyreek, and that's real good. Just the running backs hit me a bit, but 3 wide receiver, I'll go 8-5 here. Easy. Yeah, that's good. Easy, maybe a 9. I don't know. I'll think about it again. Dahoots. Is this Dahootski, my boy? Dahootski. Stefan. Cam, I like there. Amari, I don't like at all, but he's 2. People were debating Amari and Lamb. Amari 5, 6, 7 points in a 25-point week. So you're in head-to-head. I don't like end-of-season results. We've talked about this. End of season, where you finish as a wide receiver, doesn't matter. Go to your head-to-head stats, please, guys. Please look at that. Oh, he finished as the 13 guy. That doesn't mean he was a 13 guy every week. Could have been the 1 guy 1 week and the 29th guy the next week. All right. So don't base on end of season results all the time. More so with running backs than wide receivers, but that's more consistency there. So Cooper, DJ, Kareem Hunt in the 5th, and Travis Etienne, I like there. Andrews, Russell Wilson in the 8th. What happened to quarterbacks in this draft, man? Crazy late. Aguilar, Fournette, Brown, and they don't do anything for me in the last 4 picks. I love Aguilar as a real life player for my team. Diggs, Cooper, Moore, Akers, Hunt, Etienne, good running backs, better running backs than your wide receivers, actually. And Russell Wilson, I give him an 8. That's not bad. I'm going to skip mine. Mikey, you ready, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I love your receivers. Best receivers in the league, brother.
Thanks, man.
You got them right there. Rest receiving. I love Javonte, James Robinson, and Sermon, man. That's real good because one of those is going to hit. I don't know which one, but one of them is, and then you can play around with the other one. RB2 gets suppressed in a 3 wide receiver flex league. You can play around with that RB2, and one of them is going to give you RB2 numbers. Maybe by mid-season, you might have to do something the first 6 weeks, play some games, maybe make a trade, hit the waiver wire. But again, Mike Williams there. Man, that's good. That's real good. Mike Williams might be better than Cortland Sutton. I know Chris ain't going to want to hear that, but that could happen.
Whoa.
Could happen. It could happen.
I mean, I guess anything could happen. Damian Harris could have 20 touchdowns, I guess. So
I'm not saying it will happen. I just, there's a lot of mouths to feed in Denver. I understand. And the quarterback is shit. So we'll see. Henry Ruggs, that's my boy. He's on my team, but, I'll hopefully upside this year. Maybe he'll get 60, 70 catches. We'll see. Gainwell could do something, never know in that running back room. Stafford, we're having a lot of feedback now on this where people are overhyping him, but never in the 11th round. And Robert Tonyan, he'll have to do well for you there. I like this team a lot. I like the upside. Yeah, that's an 8-5, Mikey. You came back. Good work, Mikey.
Thanks, man.
Always clapping, my boy. You on here? He's clapping on the Zoom?
No.
He gave out grades last week, man. Oh. All right. Eckler, Hopkins, Deontay. Ooh, that feels early, man. Am I wrong, guys? Hold on. Help me, guys, over the last 3 drafts. And I've not seen Deontay at the 312 ever. Am I wrong? No.
He's usually that in early 4th
round. He's into the 4th, right?
No, early 4th.
Yeah.
Okay, early 4th.
What if he took Edwards-Helaire and then Deontay?
Yeah, doesn't matter. But I don't know if that's where Deontay is. Deontay going at 4-1, guys? I don't know. I thought it was like the mid to late 4th. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry.
Well, I think if you look at the other receivers, that's where he goes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I don't think any of the other receivers like Sutton, Moore, Thielen, Galladay, like not in our drafts, they don't go over him.
Okay. And I don't love him as a 2. I had him last year. So in the PPR, I think Curtis Samuel could outproduce him, man. He could. Clyde is good value. Jerry Jeudy, not bad there. Rashad Bateman, that's I don't know. I like him.
Bateman's
not
his
in
guy.
that offense. I like the talent, but not in that offense. I've had this argument before. Rondell's going to outdo Rashad Bateman this year. There's just no question about that in terms of opportunity sets, number of plays run. Bateman's a better receiver than Rondell Moore, probably, but he's not in a good situation at all. Lamar can't throw the ball. So, and I love Lamar. Just can't throw the ball. Fant, good value there, brother. I know Chris is loving that at 8-1. That's crazy. It's good stuff. Kenyon, we'll see. 9th round could take over. Jacobs gets hurt 2 or 3 times a week. You never know what happens 2 or 3 times a year. We'll see. Rager, not bad. Love snipe me on Brian Edwards and Brady late. Not bad, man. Clapping at the 12. I give him, let's see, Eckler, Hot Clyde. A couple things got to go right with the receivers, but on a steady basis, Brady. That's an 8.5, easy. Maybe a 9 on some weeks, but yeah. Go ahead, Pierre or Chris. Hook me up with mine. Or no, hold on. You know what I'm going to do? Who's in the Zoom? Who's in the Zoom?
Jeremy's in the Zoom. He's on.
No, someone new. Someone who I haven't spoken to. Who's in here?
Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto. I would love for you, Roberto, to do my team.
Okay. I'm very, very, very bad at this kind of stuff. So
if you don't want to do it, you don't have to.
Which number are you?
I'm number 10.
Number 10. So with Taylor?
Yep.
Okay, let me put my glasses on. Okay, to be honest, I'm not really experienced in this kind of stuff, so you might have to ask someone else because I know that.
I'll ask someone else. Who else is in the Zoom?
Well,
Mikey Grady.
Mikey, you're right next to me, Mikey. So grade me. Go ahead, Mikey.
All right. Taylor, you can't really down that at the 10. You gotta take him there. Ridley, that's your boy. You gotta take him there. That's good. Kittle, top 3-round pick. So see how you bounce back from that. Mixon, 4-3. That's kind of where he's going. Yeah. I probably would have gone receiver, but I kind of understand. The only guy that really looks appetizing after him was like Thielen. Then he went Mahomes, which again, ridiculous value, but probably should have gone receiver. So then you finally got back to receiver. You got Smith, Samuel, Fuller, and Moore, which they're all good. They're all guys that I would rather have as my 3 or my flex.
True.
So you might have a little trouble there.
Yep.
Hines and Pollard are upside running backs. Those are good picks on the last. Terrence Marshall, he could blow up. Who knows?
Okay.
Whole team Carolina is kind of up in the air right now, other than McCaffrey. So, you're obviously your wide receivers are your toughest spot.
Yep.
I would probably go just because you have, even though you went for players when you probably shouldn't have, they're good players. So I'd probably go with an 8.
That's exactly what I would have said, man. Thank you. Great analysis, by the way.
Thanks, man.
The team is top heavy. The first 5 picks have to score out of the 9 slots. They have to score at their top level almost every week, those first 5 picks, for me to be in every week, because Devonta is too up and down. He'll get a ton of targets, PPR, Debo, Fuller, Rondell. These guys are all going to be roller coaster rides for me, and then, high upside guys. In fact, my top 5, I'll take those top 5 against any top 5 in the first 5 rounds of the draft, obviously. Right. But the next 5 going to round 10, that's going to be rough. You're going to have to play games. You have to be very, very savvy, waiver wire, start sit decisions, but there's potential there. You're right. There's not a lot of heavy production. So Mahomes and Kittle have to be, for me taking them in the top 5 rounds, they have to produce every week. And if they do, I'm going to be in with those 5 guys. I'm going to be in every week. But if they don't, if Mahomes has a bad week, I'm done. Kittle has a 5-point week, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So that's what. Go ahead.
I love how you're like ready to box in a corner with Mixon on your shoulder. You're like, I'm ready to go. I got Mixon.
Oh God, I can't believe it. Yeah, I just know what's going to happen with him.
I tend to like the strategy of going running back, then like 3 receivers, and then another running back. But if you're gonna go like 0 RB or 0 wide receiver, like I feel like you gotta go receiver, just because on average a receiver is gonna score you a lot more points than a running back does. So like for my, like, just comparing to like my strategy of going heavy receiver first and then taking chances on running back,
which I like.
I feel like I would rather take chances on running back than on receiver.
I agree.
No, because the bus straight for running back is a lot higher. But I'm going to say too, Mike, in this one, I mean, you got the perfect set of running backs for this type of build, because Javonte, we know, has top 10 upside. I'm talking, a little hyperbolic, but still, he could be a breakout guy. Sermon, is one of my favorites this year.
Same.
He could be a breakout guy, and James Robinson is probably being undervalued. So it broke out that the way the draft board's kind of settled, you got those guys that you want. Like the other day, I think was going 0 RB, and I didn't get any of the running backs I liked because Chris kept taking them. Yeah. But you got the perfect set of running backs right there, 1, 2, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I just mean that if Bill had gone, instead of going Taylor and Mixon, had gone for receivers there and picked a running back where Ridley was, I feel like he would have been in a better situation, because then with where he took 6 through 9, he could have gone running backs and probably could have had a better time.
And honestly, I was going to, instead of Debo, I know Nick wanted him, but Sermon was number 1 in my queue. And if I did that, I still probably would have had, I don't know if Debo would have gone. I don't think he would have taken Debo. So I think having Sermon there and then maybe taking Debo, even Fuller, just as the next one would have been fine with me also.
Yeah.
But again, I don't love Mixon in the 4th, but I didn't see all the wide receivers after that. The only guy I would have taken there, to be honest with you, I don't like DJ Moore because of the quarterback. I don't like Thielen that much. I would have taken Chase there. And people think that I would have taken Jamar Chase at 4-3. And that might be 7, 8 picks early. But in that tier, I think Jamar Chase in that tier has I don't love him. I don't love what Cincinnati did, but that's where he is. I think he's going to outdo DJ Moore. I think he's going to outdo Thielen and Galladay because of the number of targets he's going to get. I just think he has the most upside potential over Galladay, Thielen, and DJ Moore. Chase has more ceiling. So that's why I should have taken Chase there, and I would have still had a running back like Kareem Hunt get pushed to me probably, or I would have taken Javonte. So then that's probably what I would have done. And that would have been a better build. And that's why you got the better build next to me. You got a better build. You have a better team than I do for consistency. You have a much more 1 through 9 team than I do. I have a 1 through 5 team with question marks all over the back end of my team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it is, But like we said, I wanted to know everyone's feeling. I didn't get a lot of love, but maybe you should go to Discord. I'll post it again. Pierre, I want to know what you guys think. So I'm going to talk to you about, what percentage of your success in fantasy football is tied to the draft? Chris said 30. Nick said 40 to 5. What do you guys think? I would like to hear the guys on the Zoom. What do you think your percentage of the draft means to your success getting into the playoffs and then going on? Go ahead.
I'd say about 50. I don't think you can say it's none because you can't just assume that you'll replace, whoever with somebody waiver. You have to be the one who picks up the James Robinson or picks up that breakout guy, so also the way you play the waivers depends on how you drafted. You know what I mean? How much risk you carry versus. So you can't just say, well, the draft is just a starting point. No, because that's the core of your team. You have to have one of those running backs is going to have to be, at the very least close to RB1, if not RB. You don't have to have the best running back in the league to win, but you have to have somebody you can count on each week. You can't pick up both your guys, off the waivers at running back. So I'd say about 50% because that's the core, structure of your team. And you need some, foundational pieces at least.
Okay. That's fair. Anybody else?
Yeah, I would agree with 50% just simply because you're just who you're going to trade for and who you have and what pieces you need. And then I always look at it as 20% of it is just is waiver wires and just how you attack them. Another 20% I think is consistency, and then 10% is pretty much luck or just how things fall and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I that's like my overall scheme for the season. So I think if you hit the draft right and you're consistent on the waiver wire and your schedule goes well, then you should be in the playoffs making a run for your championship.
Agreed. Yep. That's good stuff.
I will definitely let you know when the season's over because this will be my first time. So I got to.
I'm pretty excited for you, man. I'm pretty excited for you, brother.
First season playing fantasy football?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was thinking about doing Dynasty, but that just seems too confusing. So we'll see.
Where are you from?
California.
Oh, you near Chris?
Where in Cali are you again?
I'm in the Central Valley.
I'm in Southern Cali, so
not too bad.
Yeah, I mean that's a 4-hour drive, 5-hour drive, depending on where we're at.
Yeah, everything everything in California is like an hour plus drive.
Yeah. Where do you live in LA?
No, I'm in Orange County, so
Okay.
about 45 minutes south of like downtown LA.
So
yeah, where all
like
the rich,
Long Beach.
He's where all the rich people live, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have some family that live in Long Beach and Artesia.
Okay.
So I go there pretty often.
That's good stuff, guys, tonight. This is a different draft because the quarterback's going so late.
Yeah, it's always different. That's the great thing. You do all that we've been doing. How many? Got probably 100 drafts under our belt, and
yeah,
it keeps changing. And even the same guys, we'll try different things because that you can't just draft the same team every time. You can't because then you don't properly value the way things shake out.
But I am seeing, this is true, and it's continuing to stay true, even in 2 wide receiver leagues. I'm seeing the 10, 11, 12 being better than the 5, 6, and 7.
True. 11 and 12 is not a bad place to draft. I'm another mock, a Rotoballer mock we just started. I got the 11th pick, and so something I don't always do, but I went running back. I got Aaron Jones and Cam Akers on the turn. I mean, I feel pretty good about that start because there was only one player that wasn't a running back taken in the first round. So I know I got to get my guys early, right?
Yeah,
but then after that, I can build pretty solid wide receiver core, I think. So,
is it 3
I'm pretty
wide
happy
receivers?
with that. Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's fine. Do what you got to do. All right, fellas.
All right.
Hey, are we still on YouTube?
Yes.
Can we hit that off? I got to ask you guys something.
Yeah. Hold on.
Thanks.